I guess it just depends on how much sustained damage you're doing as well. I mean, if you have a lot of teams collapsing onto one player, then having a Mercy there to be able to keep them alive is fantastic. But if it's more of a spread out kind of like over a wide area with people rushing you, then having the Lucios there can often be so beneficial. So it really depends on the play style as well, I feel. Alright, so we're about to get started now. If Fnatic are able to capture the second objective on Watchpoint Gibraltar, they will win the King of the Watch, but they are far away from that at the moment. They're rushing out. Valataha with the Diva play, going very far underneath the bridge and back, and the Mystic doesn't know which direction to look at right now. Good start so far.
Yeah, K1ck kind of got rolled there. They're just holding up top. They got Zenyatta and some squishy classes who just got wiped early on, and then it was easy for Fnatic to focus people down. So they had that Roadhog, but he wasn't able to do anything since he just got focused.
Oh, and too easy at the moment with the Tracer. Just trying to be as annoying as possible. I think Fnatic feel that if they can keep up the momentum here against K1ck and don't give them time to get organized, that this will give them way more time to try and cap that second objective that they need so badly. So being able to get a Tracer in there to effectively make your enemy as disorganized as possible, I feel like is a really good choice.
It seems to be working for Fnatic when they've run that Tracer on a couple different maps. And that was kind of the adjustment they made last time, where it worked out okay for them on Gibraltar, even though they ended up losing. So
everyone up top now for Fnatic as they come in for the second try. They are not going for the bottom at all. We just have Stefan and Mercy behind here again, waiting for a good opportunity to go and do some covering damage. We have an ult available as well. Stefan doesn't feel the need to use it at the moment. Everyone in that doorway for K1ck right now. And Rula also with an ult available. A lot of scrappy fights going down. There is the Justice raining from above. And Fnatic are able to push this forward once again.
It's that res, man. Like, that's, as long as Fnatic can saw you from the res, they just have such a huge advantage. I mean, they lost most of their players in that fight, but more just hit the one button. And
Icefeld switching up onto the Roadhog, but getting killed straight away as well. So I feel like we're now in a situation where K1ck are asking a couple of questions of themselves, but they really don't have a lot of time to get their strategy together. I think Fnatic are out for blood. And, well, look at how quickly they're rushing forward as well. Are we going to see Stefan on top of the shuttle? Yes, we are. Of course we are.
Yes, we are. Of course, there's nothing else for him to do. I mean, and, like, with just... I guess they do have Zenyatta still for the Discord Orb if he can actually get it on a Pharah, but with just the Diva, it's going to be hard to really stop him from just setting up there and raining damage down from above.
This is
raining justice down.
We have Winston and Diva up on top as well. All they're trying to do is keep overall aerial control over everything so that the guys on the ground can continue to just take cover and slowly push forward with the payload. So of course the counter strategy here from K1ck has to be to just have complete and utter ground dominance and say, yes, you can try and pick us off from up above, but you're not going to be able to get into a position to keep pushing the payload. What are you going to do about it?
It's working out with that Reinhardt. He's so powerful, like on the ground when you're fighting around the cart. And he managed to get a decent ult off, got two people, so he managed to wipe the team. Without a Reinhardt of their own, it's going to be pretty hard for Fnatic to duel him, I think. But they're just kind of diving in on him right now. He gets the pin on the Winston.
Yep, very nice. Excellent pin there. And that slows down considerably the momentum here off Fnatic coming in. Valutaha and Morta both going down there, so Fnatic once again going to have to reset. And I think the belief now is growing from K1ck that they might actually be able to do this.
So this is a...
long way to go, though.
Yeah, it's a long way to go, but this is a decent spot to defend with those four choke points. Just got 4 places to look. They're tiny holes you can just spam. When you see people coming in, you can engage on them pretty easily. So I think it's, you know, it's a decent chance for K1ck here. And they have 5 ultimates up, although Fnatic does have a lot of their own.
Lucio ult going down now for Fnatic. Oh, never mind. Counter Lucio ult for K1ck now as well. Everyone going to town inside the shuttle bays right here. There is the res coming out for Fnatic. Winghaven, Unfix, and Stefan basically respawning in the same location. Icefelt losing the Diva suit there. No explosion necessary. And Stefan, oh my god, a sick couple of rockets. Takes out 3 different people there. And Fnatic, they're in danger now of just capping and finishing this off right now.
And that's all that res. I mean, like, the Reinhardt made a good play there. Got 2 people with the ult. Kills off Stefan. And then the res comes in. And everything's just reset for Fnatic. And they easily clean up.
This is going to get pretty tense. I mean, Fnatic right now, they're just falling back and regrouping because they know when they actually kill off a team of people like this, that they're able to buy half the objective. They just have 3.5 minutes to move the payload basically 20 seconds further forward, so they can afford to be careful with their plays here. And, well, we need everything, including the kitchen sink, being chucked at this from K1ck now to prevent Fnatic from taking this entirely. This is really, really tense.
I think we may see the game stall a little bit until, well, Fnatic has their resurrection up again, so now they're kind of clear to make an aggressive play, maybe lose a couple players and then fight with the res again.
Yeah, they're gonna have to
bait out a couple
fight
ults
twice, right? I mean,
yeah, basically, and they have that for free because, you know, there's no res on the other team. Could have got the Lucio, but he messed it up.
No, he managed to get Mystic though, and you know, that's a pretty big pick off. He had a lot of shields there, so we'll see if that ends up paying off on. The problem is Quad and Mystic are both dead now, but we have Winghaven and 2 easy gone down. There's the res we were talking about. Okay, and Fnatic need to try and do something with this res. They brought their heroes back. They need to try and make a little bit of purchase. They need to get closer to that goal. The Diva ult not allowing them to get too close to it though at the moment, and it looks like Winghaven and 2 easy are just finding it really difficult to get past Mystic right now.
Yeah, it seemed like they should open more space with that, rising the Reinhardt behind Fnatic, or behind K1ck, but it didn't really work out for them.
Where's
for whatever reason.
Stefan has disappeared. We need his covering fire on top of the shuttle for Fnatic, I would have thought, but he's busy making his way back to the action right now, and Fnatic are just missing having that much damage sort of as backup. I feel like with that, they might have been able to tip this in their favor, but as it currently stands, okay, there we go, Stefan's here now, but we've actually had a little bit of ground gain by K1ck.
Yeah, K1ck pushed in. They're engaging, getting that Lucio ult off. Looks like Winghaven just
excellent ult. But in fact, single-handedly taking down 3 people there. Oh, pardon me, 2, and Icefelt managing to take it back. And Ruler with the ult not quite able to do as much damage as he wanted, dying halfway through that. And right now, Fnatic, well, they have 5 out of 6 players alive, but they're not all in the same place at the moment. And K1ck, once again, with the defense, doing a pretty good job. And look how close the payload is to completing its objective.
But look how close the time is to finishing. We're a minute and 20 seconds away from another tie. This is going down to the wire for Fnatic.
Oh, and finally, look, I'm looking at
Stefan just got high noon. Is that what happened?
I think Taimu, yeah, it was just Taimu there, and the Fnatic pushing in now. Valutaha is dead. We have a Diva ult available, so that might be good to clear the ranks. There is the res on Valutaha. Is he able to do much damage? No, Ruler is still there. Diva trying to chase the Reaper down, but using the shift there from the Reaper to get away.
Fnatic's got this. Lucio ult didn't save the Reaper. That's going to be key. They're going to be able to clear him off.
There's the Diva ult. Oh no, the Diva ult gets everyone up. That's it.
They got it.
Wow. GG. That was so close. So close. It went down.
That would be crazy if they held on the second point. Like, man.
Oh, dude. That went to the 3rd map of the 3rd best of 3. I don't think you can call it any closer than that. I mean, at the start of the night, we were joking about how it was just going to be stalling on Gibraltar, but there was a lot more Overwatch to play, man. It wasn't all stuck on Gibraltar. This was insane.
It was definitely a close series. I was interested to see K1ck play, since there's a couple players that I've, seen around in other games like Day of Defeat. Even 6 years ago, 8 years ago, longer than that. Guys I've seen in TF2, like Quad and Taimu. So it was fun to watch them play against Fnatic, who is one of Europe's best teams. They're definitely coming on strong.
So what's the difference between these teams in terms of where the players are coming from a game point of view? You mentioned that we have one team with a lot of players that come from the same place versus almost like a patchwork of different games coming together to form the other. Does that make a big difference in your style of play?
I'm not sure about that. I think it really depends on a lot of individual players, but I think Fnatic played, what did they play? Battlefield 4 most recently, but they were playing some other games, like they compete against Hubris and Firefall with most of their players, and a couple people recently played Dirty Bomb. And I think most of K1ck played Dirty Bomb recently, even though most of them had, competitive experience in other games prior to that. But Dirty Bomb was kind of like a stopping over point, like, okay, we're waiting for Overwatch to come out, so we may as well play this game, to keep our aim up.
Yeah, sure.
I think a lot of people treated it like that. So, I don't know. I mean, I think there is different play styles that people have, but a lot of it is also on an individual player basis versus like a game basis. I think right now it's very hard to say that this team plays this way because they were TF2 players or something like that. Like I don't think that's really there's any clear delineations in that regard right now.
Sure. Okay. So you wouldn't necessarily say that like a certain type of playstyle lends itself to previous games because once people come onto Overwatch, they're able to adapt to that sort of thing quickly. And I guess that lends itself to like Dirty Bomb keeping people's skill levels up and that as well. So totally get where you're coming from there. But I guess let's ask the question that everyone in chat thinks the answer is there for. That was really close, really entertaining, and lasted obviously a really long time. Will we see Fnatic take games off Hubris? Can it happen?
I don't want to, rag on their chances, but I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like Hubris is a much more solid team overall in terms of coordination, and I don't know. It's interesting because Fnatic was this team that competed against Hubris with basically, the same 5-man lineups. I think mostly. I mean, obviously, a couple people are new for both teams, but in like Firefall and stuff, I think Fnatic actually won those when they played back then. But I feel like Hubris is just a much better team, like more well coordinated right now, better teamwork, maybe a better grasp on the metagame, or at least a better grasp on a style of play that works very well for them.
Sure.
So I feel like Fnatic's still trying to figure out what that really is for them, and they haven't really grasped it yet. I mean, based on we've scrimmed Hubris a lot of times and played them obviously in a lot of finals, match finals, and stuff like that. And we've played Fnatic. We've scrimmed them a couple times. We played them, today in the Ghoster Gamers Cup. So I think it'll be difficult for Fnatic. I mean, they definitely have it in them, but it'll be tough against a team like Hubris, who right now, really is playing like the best team in the world.
So what did Fnatic do between now and the middle of January to give themselves the best chance of getting into that position?
I don't know, man. That's going to be the big question for everyone, waiting for the game to come out. And, you'd think there's probably going to be tons of balance changes or something like that's going to happen by the time the January release happens. So the game itself is probably going to be quite a bit different. So it'll be interesting to see how people adjust to that, even just regarding like their current competitive form.
We might rewatch. So. We're going to rewrite the Gibraltar meta a couple more times, I think. And we'll see. We'll see if that happens. All right. Well, guys, it just leaves me to thank Creation Esports for putting this fantastic tournament together. You guys got a lot of bang for the buck this evening. A very, very long King of the Watch tournament, going to all 3 best of 3s, down to the 3rd map in the 3rd best of 3 as well, with Fnatic edging that victory over K1ck. So thank you very much to Creation Esports for setting that up. Also, massive thanks to High Noon Podcast as well, who were helping us out with an awful lot of the overlays. And Oplad, thank you very much. You've had basically a 16-hour day now because you've been playing Overwatch for goodness knows how long, and then you jumped onto this cast, and we're coming on to about 4 hours of non-stop play now as well. So massive props to this guy. Go ahead and check him out on Twitter at Oplad, OPLAID, and go and give him some love. Man, thank you so much for joining tonight. It was good fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun watching some close and exciting matches.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next time, I guess, in the middle of January for more of Overwatch's King of the Watch. With me has been Oplad. I've been Jarosar. We'll see you guys on social media and wherever else we happen to bump into you later on. In 2 hours, I've got a flight to catch. Oh my god, I don't know how the hell I'm going to do this. We'll worry about that later. For now, though, guys, we're going to sign off to a little bit of music. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time in mid-Jan. Take care and stay classy.